Hey there, Aries. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Well, Aries, what's going on? These are, I've started doing one zodiac sign a day. I was doing elements, where I was doing the full zodiac belt in 1 week. And that was a little too much for me and the family. And so when I took the summer hiatus, I came back and going, you know what? I see a lot of readers out there doing monthlies and then mid-month. So this is your mid-month read. And we're starting with Aries and going through Pisces. And this is Aries mid-month read. So we'll get an oracle card to see what today's read wants to communicate with the Aries collective. Aries is one of my favorites. I love reading Aries energy. I live with it. Well, release toxic relationships. Aries, that's great advice. Release toxic relationships. Now, this could be family, friends. This could be lovers. For some of you, Pluto in Virgo and Pluto Libra, Aries. This could be adult kids, right? If they're still living with you, if they're using you, whatever, manipulating you for whatever they need, and they're, older. This is releasing them and not, it's difficult. I can only imagine. I've talked to different parents who, because I didn't have mine until 30, that had their children when they were, and they're up, in their 40s and 50s, didn't have their children, or they had their children when they were early. And so for some of you, releasing these toxic relationships, and I know it's difficult, has to do with children, adult children. First card out. As I say that, watch me work. Aries, the fire signs are hard workers. They work hard, they play hard. The energy that crosses this is holding on tight. The Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is the first card out. And the Four of Pentacles is what's crossing this. So you could be self-sabotaging yourself, Aries. We'll find out with some clarifiers and we'll get the rest of the spread out. Look at all this. Six of Pentacles. Look at all, with the main deck here, I see a lot of green. And when I see green, I see money. Look at this. Six of Pentacles is what your higher self is saying. And I'm feeling off of this, before we get into clarifiers, I'm feeling that this Six of Pentacles and its reciprocity avenue, I'm really feeling, Aries, that for some of you, you have to learn how to receive, how to accept graciously, not to keep track, to trust that what people give you, whether it be time, money, effort, they want to give it to you. It's not like they're looking for something in return. Again, we'll get some clarifiers on this. Focus on foundation is the Ten of Swords. Something is coming to an end, and that speaks to me of the Four of Pentacles. What is it that you're holding on to? Is it something that you do not want to let go of with the Ten of Swords? In the recent past, the Moon. We'll get into that. That's the first major on the table. In the future, Two of Wands. Making plans. Making plans, I'm really feeling, especially with the Moon being here, that there's two different paths you could take, right? And you're making plans for both, but one is you're not going to move forward with that plan. But you just want to make plans just in case. It's almost serving two masters, right? When I feel this energy. And that is the just in case energy. Well, I'm going to go in this direction, but just in case. So you haven't really made a full decision to move in that direction, because you're still, Four of Pentacles, holding on to something of the past, which you might not see with the Moon card here. How you see yourself. Ace of Swords. Well, there you go, Aries. And it's right adjacent to the Ten of Swords. You know that you can only pick one path. You are clear in which path you want to take, and that tells me that you're making plans towards it, but you do have to, Ten of Swords end something to begin something new. How other people see you. The Empress. Well, 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 Aries. And the Hope and or Fear. We're getting some majors on the table now with the Death card. Something has come to an end. There's a closing there, and this is, I'm gonna say this can also mean the death of the ego. So what does that mean to you, Aries? What does that mean to you? We'll get some clarifiers on that. I'm really feeling this Death card has more to do with death of ego than the death of a relationship, death of a job. It's a transition. It's a transition from one, I'm going to say timeline. I'm hearing timeline from, again, with this Two of Wands, from one path, the path that maybe you had planned for, and were working towards, into a completely different path that you never thought you'd ever go down. Transitioning. And the final card out, Five of Wands. This is conflict from within. I'm really feeling that this is the battle of having to end, of having to make a decision, of having to change paths, being clear, knowing what you have to do, and then falling back into holding on to what you know. Is what I'm really picking up from that, Aries. Oh, Aries, I've got sticky cards. That which you might not see, Knight of Cups, your creativity. I want to take a look at this before I shuffle. This one's stuck. 10 of Swords. That's a focus and foundation. I'm going to put this back, and this one. The Ace of Wands. All right, we'll see if those two come up with the clarifiers. That which you might not see is your own creativity. Your own creativity. Let's get some clarifiers. Go deeper into this. And as I look at that Oracle card, release toxic relationships. That could be what you're focusing in on with the 10 of Swords. Someone, something, whether it be a job, a company, relationship, a family member, a friendship group has stabbed you in the back one too many times, Aries. Really. There's that Five of Wands coming out first. It could be regarding work. For a lot of you, there's a lot of opinions. A lot of people throwing around their own unsolicited opinions about how you work, what you do, what you're holding on to, what you're building. And the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. We have the first clarifier out, the last card. And we have the Six of Pentacles, the higher self. With the Five of Wands right beside the moon, and we'll find out with the last card, I'm really feeling that there's a lot of back talk, like backroom talk, competition. If you have your own business, if you're with your success, with your hard work, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, as we'll get to it with your higher self, this is really speaking to me about other people having their opinion about what it is you do for work, how you're going about it. And if it differs from them, it's almost this sense of, we got to take it, Aries, down. I find this very interesting when it could be having to do with work. And this is where releasing toxic relationships could be at work, could be switching, changing jobs, locations. And yet we have the Six of Pentacles here. And let's see what your higher self says. I've got the Six of Pentacles. That you are blind. I'm going to go to the moon next, because I see the moon in this card. You are really not seeing the reciprocity, the give and take, the generosity of others. I think because you're focused in on this Five of Wands. Okay. The Lovers. Look at this. This is a choice for some of you. But this is really speaking to very strong relationships, soul contracts. And soul contracts are family relationships, work relationships, friend relationships, sibling relationships, spouse relationships, work relationships that you've made contracts with. This could be business partners for some of you, that you have to make a choice. And again, we have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to move forward with those that give equally? Or are you going to cut out and just end the squabbling, the Five of Wands, that sort of drama energy? Let's see what the Moon says in the recent past, and then we'll go to the Ten of Swords. The Moon is clarified by the Tower. That which you do not see is the Tower and the Two of Pentacles. This is balancing two paths. I keep going back to this Two of Wands, is that you're balancing two paths. You're making plans, because the Two of Wands is a planning card, and you're making plans. Okay, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to go in this way. If this doesn't work out, this doesn't. But the Tower is telling me that what you do not see is that something is going to happen, or it already has, because it's in the past position, that's going to move you forward. Forward movement guidance. That's going to move you forward and take you out of this juggling energy, taking you out of this combative Five of Wands energy. Let's see what your focus and foundation is. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm loving this. This is Virgo energy. The Knight of Pentacles slowly works on, and it's right below the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, generosity. This is Taurus energy. Up to and your higher self is saying that equal give and take, that Six of Pentacles right there, that's what you're working on. And I'm seeing it. What you're ending, you're taking off the veil. With this Four of Swords, you're resting the mind. You've made the decision to end something, to move forward with that Knight of Pentacles, to keep working on only those soul relationships that are equal, that give and take, that do not use, that do not take advantage. No. It's equal give and take. And that's what you're working towards. Do you see how that Knight is looking right at that Eight of Pentacles? This is Virgo energy, and the Eight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. And he's looking right at what it is that he's got to work on, what it is that he needs to let go of, because this crossing energy is what helps or hinders. So if holding on to squabbles, holding on to disagreements, holding on to, drama, if that's not working for you, let it go. End it. Rest your mind. With the Four of Swords, rest your mind. Take off the veil. The veil is represented here with the Moon card. That which you cannot see. So moving forward, Two of Wands is clarified by a wish fulfillment. Your wishes coming true. And the Queen of Wands. I love this energy. This Queen of Wands is looking right at the path that she wants to take, looking at all the dreams that she's going to make come true. She's going to manifest. Manifest not only with her magic, but with her actions, with the Knight of Pentacles in the focus and foundation. She knows exactly which steps to take going down that new path. It might be a path that she has to forge herself, but she's willing to do so to make her dreams come true. Beautiful. Ace of Swords. The clarity way. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. And is this what you're holding on to? Are you holding on to that feeling of have not, of that feeling of it's not going to be enough? I'm not going to be able to dream up or think of new ideas or new income streams, whatever this means to you. Oh, look at you, Aries. Go back up to the Eight of Pentacles. So this tells me with the fives, the Five of Wands, and now the Five of Pentacles, this tells me that your inner conflict is causing your outer material world it's reflective. So if you have a loss or abandonment or have not feeling, it's because that's what you're thinking in your head. And so you're working on it, because that Five of Wands is clarifying that Eight of Pentacles, and now the Eight of Pentacles is clarifying the Ace of Swords. So the truth is, you need to work on your negative talk, on your inner thoughts, and be generous with yourself and kind to yourself, and to give yourself credit where credit is due. Now, other people see you as the Empress. This is powerful energy. Page of Cups. Look at that. The Page of Cups. And the Eight of Wands. Look at this. Oh, Aries. I see you working on opening up your heart. This is how other people see you. They see you as the Empress. They see you as having it all. They see you as being a creator of ideas, a creator of companies, a creator of apps, of content. They see you as the creator. Now, the Empress doesn't, we don't really, as tarot readers, we don't really talk about how much work the Empress goes through to get to Empress status. And yet what's clarifying it is this beautiful innocence of the Page of Cups, brand new love. Love of, let's say, something new, a new direction, for a new path for some of you. And this love, this is innocence, this is fresh, this is going about it in a way that ignites the Empress. And again, for some of you, you're pregnant, just saying, because when I see a little baby page right beside an Empress, for some of you, you're pregnant. And you're communicating it, just saying. But for others of you, this communication, this really speaks to me on channels, on content, on podcasts. You're communicating how you can work on seeing through the veil. This is what I see. Your hope and your fear is the Magician, clarifying the Death card, clarifying that transformation is the Magician. And the High Priestess. Look at, there's three majors right there. So what I'm seeing is that you are working, again, the Magician has all four elements. He takes steps, does the things to create what it is he's dreaming about. He brings it from the ethereal, from the imagination, and through that Knight of Pentacles, through everyday steps, right? He's manifesting something that he loves, that other people will love as well, and putting a lot of work into it. He's putting a lot of work into the transformation, into connecting with his High Priestess, with his intuition. And his intuition is saying, be able to accept that which you might not see with the Two of Swords. Accept other people's gifts, other people's love, other people's help. Sometimes Aries energy can just, I can do it myself. And this is realizing that when you work with others, that you trust, that are putting in the same amount of time, effort, and energy as you are, that this process of trusting, I'm feeling that this has to do with trust, that this has to do with trusting yourself, trusting others, in creating the new world that has more to do with the connection with your higher self, with God, with the light. And the last card, Five of Wands, being patient and finding moderation in the middle. And the Knight of Swords, look at that. The Knight of Swords is going to make, when you have made this decision as to which path you're going to take, the Queen of Wands knows which path to take to make her dreams come true. And then the Knight takes action to cut out all the conflict, cut out all those negative thoughts, to cut it out and to be patient with your magic, to be patient with your transition, the death of the ego, the death of old, releasing toxic relationships. That's very difficult, especially when it's family. And to listen, to be connected to your intuition, and then to communicate that which you've learned. Now, the Knight of Cups, and clarifying the Knight of Cups, another major, the Hangman. Taking a look at things from a different perspective, but from a higher perspective. Opening up the heart, which Your higher self is pointing out to you, Aries, you've got your heart covered. You do not see that your heart is now open, and through the Lovers, it's going to open. When you start seeing that people give and take, that there is kindness, that if you do something nice, they will do something just as nice, and believing, not just in the higher, the higher realms, not just in the gods, but believing in your own intuition, believing that what you put out there, you will get back. This Five of Wands coming up twice and being clarified by the Knight of Swords is very telling to me that you are really taking action and cutting out all the conflict, all of the squabbling, all of the opinions that you never asked for, and balancing that out, finding moderation, not being too, harsh at the same time, being very clear. All right, let's get some angel numbers on this. I see 188. Let's take a look at 188. For the army of Aries, you are one with your consciousness. That's what the High Priestess says, and the universe at this time. You are one with your gifts, the Magician right there. Dreams, Nine of Cups, and goals. Believe. That's exactly what I just said. Exactly. I love these angel numbers because it always sort of wraps up the whole read. I see 810. Let's do 810 for the army of Aries. God is supporting you on your journey to a sense of connectedness and purpose. High Priestess, right there. I see 253. Last one, 253. 253. Sometimes the greatest abundance is found in recovering the lost parts of yourself. Welcome yourself home, Aries. And that's what I see for you. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your forest fairy. Bye for now.